Hi all, reflection section. This is Sherpa Guidance, episode 63. 63 episodes, and it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. What a week it's been. It's been really a hectic week as usual. Loads of people helped, loads of people served. It's been brilliant, and the lives this week are all a bit more detail about the forward-thinking movement, how I want to impact the lives, what gives me the right to help you people, to help people. What gives me the right? I'm not just a guru. I'm not a guru. I'm not I wouldn't even say I'm an expert. I'm not an expert, but I have got some skills, and those skills have been derived from my lived experience in solving the challenges that I now help professional people, business people and career people solve in their lives. And Friday is an opportunity for me to share what's going on in the week. It's the reflection section, I call this. So it's a bit more laid back, a bit more chilled. I don't have a shirt on today because Fridays are my days when I don't really deliver anything to my customers. I'm building and I'm creating strategies and I'm creating ideas and tying loose ends off as well, because Monday is International Day, Tuesdays is Mastermind Day, Wednesdays is working with PM&M, Thursdays is VLC, and very soon I've got a new client on board, IWS in Morecambe, a £4.2 million recruitment company, which I'm really, really excited about working with. So it's been a great week, and all the lives this week. Monday was about how the forward thinking movement and the business is evolving, and how it's going to impact you, how it's going to benefit you guys as either business owners or professional people in careers, and how I can help. And Wednesday I went into a bit more detail about that and about my lived experience in my previous business, where it was really tough. I had really challenging times mentally, and challenging times with a failing business that I managed to turn around, challenging times with relationships, and then a challenge with like getting to the edge of tolerance, where you just, and some of you might feel this now, where you just can't fucking tolerate it anymore. You just can't. You just at that point where you're like, oh my God. And you keep nudging that edge of tolerance, and then something changes and you come back down a little bit and you tolerate it a bit more. But then you get back to the top and you're like, something's got to change. So I explained to you how things got to such a point with me after 3 or 4 years of feeling like, really bad and wretched and flipping soul destroyed and identity losing and all those things, and how I had to make that decision. But 4 years of pain and anguish, it was really hard. And what I've created, and what I was explaining on Wednesday was about what I've created is a way for someone to work with me and my team for a very condensed period of time, like 8 weeks, to save you the pain of going through this for 3 or 4 years. Because guys, if you're feeling it now, if you're feeling that void inside, if you're feeling like you're at the edge of tolerance with your business or your career, and you're like, I need to change, I need to change something up, because the things I was chasing before are not the things that are actually serving me. They're not fulfilling me. They're not making me feel any different. Because we all do that. We all chase cars and houses and money and stuff. But then when we get a bit older, we're like, hang on a sec, I've got all those things now, but I'm still searching for something. And the thing that you're searching for is fulfillment. And I went through the story of, building the business, selling the business, carrying on working for it once we'd sold it, and just reaching the edge of tolerance where I had to change and I had to make that decision. But the pain and torture I went through over years to get to that point was something I don't want anyone else to suffer. And so through that story, I hope it explained to you a little bit more about why I feel like I am able and confident and in a position to advise you. Some people might look at me and say, well, Andrew, you're not a billion squillionaire. How can you advise me how to build and grow a business? Well, to tell you the truth, I've built and grown 3 businesses now. All 3 of them have been multi-million, or certainly played a hand in that growth. And my own business is growing month on month, year on year too. So I'm qualified because I've been there, and I'm currently there now. So yeah, and it seems to be working, and it seems to be working with all the people that I'm serving as well. So, but listen, the journey that I'm on, and like the journey that you might be on, and the journey that you might want to embark on, you're still going to get criticised, because you're still going to get some friction. And when I do my Facebook ads, because some of you might know that I advertise on Facebook, it's a great way to reach my target audience and help people. I get people commenting all the time, really, really terribly rude things, you know, about what are you wearing? You need to change your clothes. How big's your nose? How many whiskies have you had last night because your nose is bright red? And, you know, swearing at me, calling me names about, you know, what do I know? And these are random people that I've never met, criticising someone they've never met, criticising someone that actually is purpose-driven to help people feel better about themselves. And the very message I'm putting out there, people are attacking that and pointing that attack quite, you know, it's like really quite acidic, the responses I get. And initially when I started this off, you know, I'd take it really personally, and it was really quite hard. But nowadays it's like water off a duck's back, because what they're saying to me, I understand it's what they're actually feeling about themselves inside. And I still try and reach out and help those people, but typically those people that are that acidic and hurtful in what they say, they sometimes are beyond help. Unfortunately, they're bitter, they're twisted and toxic maybe inside, and you know, maybe they're happy in their lives living like that, but I'm certainly not. And I know there's millions of people out there that are not either. So, you know, you might be thinking about, you know, how do I get in touch with Andrew? How do I access Andrew's service? How do we even have a chat with Andrew? You know, because you might be sat on the fence thinking, I want to change, but I daren't have a chat with Andrew just in case he forces me off the fence, and I start to make that big change. You know, I had a call today, just this afternoon, from one of the graduates who've come through the career GPS program, and you know, he's got some life-changing decisions he's making ahead of him, and he wanted some reassurance that the decisions he was making were right. And I didn't want to say to him, you've got to make that decision or that, because I don't tell people what to do. I ask questions, and I asked him about, you know, how he was feeling and what he was thinking. And there's two trains of thought, because we've got a head that thinks literally, laterally, whatever, and we've got a heart that thinks emotionally, and his heart's saying he has to change it up. He has to make a decision. He has to build a new path to a new purposeful life, which he's designed. But his head's like, you can't. You've got to toe the line. You've got to keep your head down. You've got to be a good boy. You've got a great job, great money, great life, blah blah blah. Keep going. But it's like, well, I don't want to do this for another 20 years, and I don't feel like this is part of my life anymore. So I said, well, you've got to listen to your heart, because your heart is going to, you know, when you follow your heart, you're going to make the right choices that are going to lead to fulfillment. When you follow your head, you're just following what we're ingrained to believe in that, you know, stick at your jobs, keep earning money, keep towing the line, keep your head down, keep pumping into the system. Hi, I'm Andy, and great to talk to you earlier, by the way. And, you know, and we get to a point where we think, no, I've got the money, I've got the cars, I've got the house, I've got the stuff. Actually, life is about something else. It's about something different. It's something else needs to fill this void, because a car doesn't fill the void inside. A house doesn't fill the void. You know, sure, you need roof over our head and food on the table, and we need to be able to get from A to B in terms of transport. But actually, we want to follow a purpose-driven life, a life that every day we're working and we're living our life. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel fulfilled. And my transformation from where I was to where I am now, I'm not searching for anything really. The only thing I search for is people that are in pain, that are frustrated. You know, like, for instance, a business owner. If you're a business owner and you're lacking a bit of direction, you've got maybe 6, 7, 8, 10 different paths in front of you, and you don't know which one to take to get you to where you're trying to get to. You know, you may be feeling like you're on the hamster wheel, not making progress towards a place you want to be, and it feels like Groundhog Day every day. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff I help. And, you know, if you're a board of directors, if you've got a management team, you know, I'll fly into your management team a bit like a grenade, but I won't split you apart. It's like a grenade that's full of glue, elasticated glue, that goes off, hits everyone, and pulls you all together. Right back together, right back to focusing on where you want to be as a collective. And it's a really great experience. I do that the same with small businesses and solo businesses, entrepreneurs, micro businesses, etc. But it's really great because it gives you that structure, it gives you that framework, it gives you that focus on the future. And, you know, once you understand your destination, and it's the same with careers or business, once you understand where you want to be and what you want your life to be like in the future, the pathway opens up to get there. So you haven't got 10 different paths that you need to try and go down. When you know where you're trying to get to, only one or two of those paths are going to lead you to that place. So by sort of starting at the end and working backwards, you're eliminating 8 of those 10 choices, and you're left with just 2. And actually, both those roads might help you get there, or only one of them might. And you know, it's going to help with your mental health. It's going to help with your clarity, your confidence, your self-belief, and it's going to give you a plan to get from A to B. And you're going to be clear about that plan because it's your plan. I'm not going to give you the plan. I don't tell you what to do. I ask you questions because you've got the answers, all the answers. And I know that as fact because 300 businesses in and a bunch of career people as well, all of them, bar none, have had every answer they need to build and grow their dream business or build and grow their dream career. So with career people, it's very similar as well. It's you know, it's about getting from A to B. You know, we're at point A now. We're frustrated. We're in a job that we don't like, a boss that we don't like, an industry that we don't like anymore. We may have hit 40. We may be looking ahead thinking, I don't want to climb this ladder. I don't want to be in this desk for another 20 years. I need something else. We're still searching for it outside, and sometimes we turn to drink or drugs or, you know, whatever. We seek distraction so that we turn this radar off. But that's not the answer either. The answer is within. You know, we've got to really listen to our heart, and the way we do it with the questioning techniques is that we're extracting the answers from your subconscious mind, your inside yourself, and we're getting to the truth of what makes you tick, the ingredients of who are you as a person, and we can lay all those ingredients out in front of us, imagine and crystallize where we want to be in the future, and use those ingredients to take us on that path. And it's a really enlightening experience. And of 8 people on the last course for Career GPS that did the course over 6 weeks, before the end of the 6th week, 7 out of 8 people had left their current jobs and found a new job, a career that was going to light them up, meaningful, purposeful work. I don't know any other 6-week course that is capable of delivering that kind of transformation in people. This stuff works, and it works even better now because I'm working with a psychology Sherpa called Lee. I'm working with a careers Sherpa called Kirsty, and we've created that business to help professionals that are stuck in jobs, meaningless work, where they don't feel valued, where they're searching for a big change, and they really want to create a life by design, a career by design, which may actually end up into becoming a business. They may want to start their own business, whichever. Not my choice, it's yours. And the thing is, that's the beautiful thing about life, is even when we don't think we have choices, we do. I think that's a good place to end. Probably. Boom, mic drop. So yeah, it's been a really good week for me. I spoke to some great people. You know, Mandy, you're on there. Great to speak to you today. I spoke to Darren today. I spoke to some really wonderful. In fact, today's been like it felt like a bit of a counselling day for lots of people that value my opinion, value the work we do, value how I speak, value how I light them up and motivate them. You know, it was with Sarah yesterday was great. What else been doing? I was with VLC yesterday. The guys over there, the three board directors over there, brilliant. Wednesday was PM&M, the 7 team members there. Awesome. And of course, Mondays is International Day, where I work with 12 international business owners on Success GPS, helping them build a business in the UK. So it's all good. New clients on board next week, which is brilliant. And I'm really looking forward to the weekend, as I guess you guys are. What am I doing this weekend? Well, I have a little bit of a habit that I like to do on a Friday, is me and Jenny and Oliver and Evie, my children, when I come home from work on a Friday, we like to have a quick tea, and then we like to get locked down. We like to get the stove on, the wood-burning stove. I like to get a bottle of red wine out. I like to get some dry roasted peanuts. They've got to be KP dry roasted peanuts. Get those out and get something nice for dessert that we can eat later on. And we're going to watch some cool stuff tonight. We're going to watch some Jack Bauer 24. We're going to watch some I'm a Celebrity with the children. And then probably bang some sort of musical documentary on after that while the kids are in bed. So that's Sherpa Guidance episode 63. I'm not quite sure what I don't have a structure to what I say on Fridays, because it's just a bit about reflecting on the previous lives on Monday and Wednesday and giving you an insight into my world a little bit, and just wishing you all the best for the weekend. Hello Michael, hello Mandy, you're all here. So have a really, really good weekend. And remember, I think the key point of today is, even when we don't think we've got choices, we always have choices. We always have the choice to create our own life by design, or our own business by design, or our own career by design. And the way to do it is by making sure we're asking ourselves the right questions. Because when you ask the right question, you get the wrong answer. When you ask the right question, you get the right answer. It's only when you ask yourself, and we do this all the time, when we ask ourselves the wrong questions, we get a shitty answer back in return. So, Sherpa Guidance episode 63. Heading into Monday with Sherpa Guidance episode 64. And I will tell you more about what the content is for that little beauty on Monday. So have a great weekend, everyone. And just remember, always remember, you're just one step away.